Bisexuals who have dated both genders. What little differences surprised you?
Story 1.
Their bodies almost feel like they're made of two different materials, somehow. Men are firm, and women are soft. The estrogen makes your skin softer. This is also part of why women have more difficulty opening jars. That's not just an old joke. The collagen layers in skin have different patterns depending on hormone levels. With testosterone they cross. With estrogen they're more aligned. With collagen fibers aligned, the skin is stretchier. That's helpful if you're looking to give birth. But not so much if you're looking to transfer mechanical force mediated by friction. The last time I asked for mechanical force mediated by friction, she told me to piss off. Women who take steroids will develop skin like a man. I have heard guys talk about meeting female fitness influencers and being surprised that their skin was rough. And hippos aren't actually fat. They have 3-inch thick skin and pure tourist-killing muscle under that. Can someone who has been pounded by hippos and humans confirm the difference? Unfortunately, the number of people who have survived both is too low to make a statistically significant pool. We've put forward a proposal to increase that number. But so far, it keeps being rejected as unethical. I can understand why. I would never cheat on my hippo.
Story 2.
I've found Zuli. Men seem to have more of a routine than women do. Like, men approach X with an itinerary in mind. Foreplay and oral. Penetration until he dumps. Then it's over. There's very little variation here. And once one activity has started, the idea of backtracking, say going from oral to penetration back to oral, seems to not occur to them. It's like you can only go forward on a set route. Women tend to vary it more, and are less likely to come at X with a set routine in mind. There's also no set end point the way there is with men. There's pros and cons to both of these approaches. With men, it can get kind of boring, and it often feels like it's all on me to shake us out of the foreplay. Then oral, then penetration, then his ending itinerary. And with women, the fact there's no clear direction each time, and no obvious place to stop can become frustrating if you don't feel like doing the, okay, can we leave it there? I want to go to sleep, interruption. Obviously these are generalizations, and don't apply to every single individual man or woman.
Story 3.
I'm a woman, and in my experience men don't like to talk much about past relationship, regardless of whether or not they ended well. Meanwhile, multiple women have told me about their last breakup on the first date. As a guy, I've learned that bringing up past breakups is a one-way ticket to ghost town. If it ended well, then it's assumed you still have feelings. If it ended badly, then I must have been a bad boyfriend. Just my experience from a relatively small pool. Currently dating, and I told her I'm on good terms with my ex first. She was shocked and mad that I kept it for so long. Few weeks of dating. Then a few days later she asked me if I still have the hots for my ex. When I meet other women in a non-romantic setting, they all say it's nice to still be friends with your ex, and that it's mature. It's a good sign for me if somebody is on good terms with their ex, but if they are active and close in each other's lives, that's a duck no for me. Same. Like I would want my husband to be polite to them if he ran into them in public. But I wouldn't want them regularly hanging out and texting or anything.
Story 4.
Women. Soft and squishy. Men. Hard and squishy. Or maybe I just like squishy people. Edit. Thanks you all. Now my most upvoted comment is just me being corny. Long live the squishy people. One of the things I really enjoyed as a woman being with another woman was how soft they were. It also made me appreciate not being stick thin. I was with a girl who, like me, had 2 kids, and still had some extra weight on her. But it was soft, somewhat squishy, I suppose. And just nice. Made me appreciate my body a lot more. I wish everyone could understand that even though they might not be comfortable at a higher weight, at least at first, they feel great to hug, hold and cuddle. Both men and women. That's not to say thin people don't feel great. It's just that bigger people are more like giant pillows.
Story 5.
Getting outside the Zul side, I'd noticed that in my experience, at least men would give me compliments on how I look, far more than woman partners did. However, sometimes it was clear compliments were being given, because they were corny and wanted to duck. When women partners did give compliment, whilst rarer, they nearly always were more about liking a specific feature or outfit, etc. Then I immediately want to duck signifier. Men always felt more 50-50 on that. Same with touch. I've dated people before where it was less. Oh, they're hugging me, how sweet. And more. He wants to initiate sex again? Can't we be chill sometimes? As someone whose girlfriend probably feels the same, I do want to say that at least in my case, about 75% of the time I initiate hugs, etc. It is purely 'cause they feel good and intimate, make me happy. Sadly, however, once I can feel her body, the one-eyed monster wakes up damn near immediately. And makes it seem like initiating sex was the only reason I did it. Even I often think, can I for once have skin contact, and be intimate with my girlfriend without you, one-eyed monster, getting in the way? One of the negative sides of having a high libido, I guess.
Story 6.
When a problem come up in the relationship, men usually want to solve the problem right away. They will either completely ignore the problem, or they will want to talk about it once, find a solution, and then never really bring them up again. Women, on the other hand, have been more likely to want to have a short conversation about the problem. Then think about it for a while. Then come back and talk some more. Then repeat this process until some kind of solution is found. Then they will want to come back and check in on the problem from time to time to make sure that we are both still good with the solution we came up with. This made me think about my straight relationship with my wife. And it's funny how accurate this is. LOL. It's an unnecessary baggage in my head. So, I always try to talk about the problem then and there. Then move on. She, on the other hand, will take a break. Go on TikTok or whatever to get her mind off. Come back and talk about it again. Meanwhile, I've already forgotten the problem, or how mad I may have been. So, it annoys me that I gotta put myself back in that place. Over time we've found a happy medium. But it's funny upon reflection. I, male, straight, have also observed the same thing. Only when it comes to external problems, I see it the other way round. All my partners confronted me with everything that happened today as soon as they got home. I tend to withdraw first, think about everything, and then casually tell them what happened. I notice the same thing with my family. So, maybe it's also just my nature. Oh man, my wife will shut down completely and not talk for a long time. Sometimes hours. I will ask her to talk about the problem. She'll say she's not ready yet. I'll give her space and move on with whatever. And then she'll just dump it on me at some random time, and expects to talk about it until she feels like she's got it out. And then that will repeat for a couple days.
Story 7.
I have a funny dumb answer for this. I had previously only lived with women. And when I moved in with my boyfriend, it was the first man I'd ever lived. He asked me one time why I always left the toilet roll on empty. Why don't I just change it? I was confused, because when I looked, there was still some on there. and I realized that for women it would be plenty left to take care of a P. But absolutely useless for a number 2. Which was the only reason he needed toilet paper. It made me laugh to realize, and ever since then I would just change the roll when it got too low.